Hello, Revere, and welcome to the May Revere Senior News. But before we start, I just want to say a little sad news because today is the 3rd anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombing. So we want to thank all the police that did a beautiful job out there. And I want to introduce my co-host, Steve Fielding from the Revere Senior Center. And we have lots of things to talk about today. So Steve, start to go with the Senior Center Book Club. Go down the list.
Okay, and I'm just going to say one thing. May is considered Older Americans Month. Did you know that?
No.
Oh yeah, nationwide it's Older Americans Month.
And when you say older Americans, what do you mean by older Americans?
Well, I don't know. I think it's 60 plus, but you know,
Okay.
that's usually what the number is. Okay. So I just want to recognize all our senior citizens, those who are older, because they're getting involved in the community like yourself. They're making a positive impact as they have their whole lives to others, and they're taking charge of their health, which is really good. So before I start, I just wanted to mention that. Okay.
Okay, the second item I'd like you to talk about is the Hollywood at the Senior Center.
Well, let me just mention the book club first, okay?
Oh, you want to go to the book club? Okay.
Yep, the book club is the first item. I'm going to go through, for the audience, I'm going to go through a number of things that are happening at the Senior Center.
Where's the book club on here?
It's the first one underneath. It's underneath the announcement for the open house.
Oh, okay.
Good thing this is a casual show because we're talking like we're just having a conversation here. But in any event, yeah, the Senior Book Club is going to happen on May 19th. That's a Thursday, and 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. And the book that they're currently reading ties in with the Boston Marathon bombing. It's the book called Stronger, and it's a biography of Jeff Bauman. He's the young man that had his legs explode underneath him, and you remember the cowboy wheeled him into the medical area, and Jeff is certainly a brave man, and that's what they're discussing at this particular time. The next item is Hollywood at the Senior News. We have Wednesdays. Every Wednesday we have a movie, and this month's theme are musicals. There's been a major demand for old classic musicals, and I can tell you what they are this month. The movies are from 12:30 to approximately 3:30. So on May 4th, the movie is Guys and Dolls with Marlon Brando and Frank Sinatra. On May 11th, it's Hello, Dolly, and that stars Barbara Streisand and Walter Matthau. We then have Fiddler on the Roof that's going to be playing on May 18th, and that stars that Jewish star Topol.
Oh, Topol?
Topol, yep. On May 25th, it's Carousel. That stars Gordon McRae and Shirley Jones, if you remember that movie. And on June 1st, it's The Sound of Music with Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer.
Okay, that'll be ahead in the May show, June 1st.
Yeah, I mean, I just extended it a little bit, but everybody was looking for more musicals, so we were able to get them from the library. And that's our May lineup. May is musical movie month.
Okie dokie, next.
Okay, the next thing is the entertainment that we have at the Senior Center. Our entertainer on May 26th, Thursday, from 1 to 2 o'clock is Ruth Horowitz, and she is Ms. Massachusetts, and she's going to perform songs from World War II, and we're going to salute our veterans at that special lunch. You need to call the Senior Center at 781-286-8156. and give your name to Marisa, Lois, or Marianne. The cost of that is $1.50 for the lunch, $2.50 towards the entertainment, so a total of $4 for a nice dinner and entertainment.
That would be on Thursday, May the 26th?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I'm going to go over some of the health-related consultations that we have coming up. One is the blood pressure. Carol Donovan of the Inspectional Services and from the Board of Health will be at the Senior Center on May 5th and May 19th from 12 to 1 o'clock for blood pressure reads and individual consultations. Mary Marino of Mary's Affordable Hearing will be at the Rossetti Cowan Senior Center on Thursday, May 26th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And this is a monthly hearing program that she has. She will test your hearing, she will check the batteries, and anything related to your hearing aids. Next up, our chair massage for May will be held Monday, May 2nd at 9:30. Barbara McDonald has been at the Senior Center for many years, and she will give you a chair massage for $10, and the chair massage itself is 15 minutes long. I also want to mention that, as always, on the first Wednesday of every month, Dr. Kaplan, our podiatrist, will be at the Rossetti Cowan Senior Center. And on Wednesday, May 4th, that's the first Wednesday of the month, he's usually there by 8:30, 8:45, and he'll just stay until everybody has been seen. I also want to mention something that's coming up in May. It's related to the Senior Center, but it's actually a prom. It's the Bill Reinstein Senior Prom, and Kathy Reinstein and the organizational committee is planning that to happen on Thursday, May 19th, from 6 to 9 p.m., and it's going to be held at the Beachmont VFW. And I'm pretty sure it's Alan Labella that will lead people in dance and music. And it's a great time. I've been there for a number of years, and usually there's a Chinese buffet and a number of raffles. And it's really a great time, and Kathy is continuing the tradition that her father started many years ago, recognizing seniors and providing a nice time for them.
What is the time again on that, Steve?
May 19th, 6 to 9 p.m.
May 19th or May 16th?
May 19th,
Oh, I'm sorry.
6 to 9 p.m.
May 19th,
Right.
and that's on a
Thursday.
6 to 9 p.m.
Right. And it's at the Beachmont VFW. And I'll tell you, last year was a great time. It was a wonderful time. And I have to say, you know, Kathy does a great job, and about 300 to 400 seniors attend. One other item on my list, and then it's your turn.
No.
But
Take your time.
I want people to realize that we're having an open house. It's called Reaching Out to You in 2016. And that's going to be held at the Rossetti Cowan Senior Center, 25 Winthrop Avenue in Revere, on Tuesday, May 17th from 1:30 to 3:30. You can come there a little bit early because Morris will be playing music as always and getting people prepped up for this open house. And then at 1:30, Steve the Dude Capano will be the DJ. We're going to move tables, so we'll have a nice big open space. And Steve's going to try to get some people out there dancing, and he's going to be playing some music for that. It's a great opportunity for the seniors in Revere and to come and see what we have at the Rossetti Cowan Senior Center. So the staff and I, you included, as a regular everyday volunteer of music, extends a personal invitation to all seniors in the city, 60 years or older, and meet the Council on Elder Affairs, meet some of the instructors. We'll have a video going so people can see what's going on at the Senior Center. You'll get to meet the people that usually come to the Senior Center, and it's a very special place for our most prestigious and treasured citizens, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We're going to have some light food like coffee and maybe some pastry and tea, and we may have assorted drawings, and it's a great time to have the drawings because we're actually going to pull the name at the May 26th luncheon that I had mentioned earlier. So,
I would like to see one more thing, if it's possible there.
what's that?
Put a suggestion box when people come in.
Yeah.
And if they have any good ideas that they would like to see at the Senior Center, let them write it and drop it in.
I think it's a great idea. At the last open house series we had, because we had 3 open houses in a row in 2013,
Yeah.
we had a survey. I did a survey, and we had the seniors fill it out. So now that they've been there, it's a good time to see what
Right.
they would suggest. It's a
Right.
good idea, actually.
Not only that, they can also put in if they have something negative to say, so we can make an improvement
Oh,
too.
listen, you know, constructive criticism is always good.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So that would be good to do.
Yeah, so those are the highlights that I have of things that are going on with the Senior Center, and I know you have a lot of
No, I got a
things.
few things in there so we can.
But I have other things if you run out of time, or if you run out of
Take
things
a
to
few
say.
more minutes and talk about a few other things.
All right, one of the things I definitely want to mention again, and I've mentioned it at the last show, it's been on in the April newsletter, is our shuttle service. It's a very important service that we provide to seniors. You don't have to come to the Senior Center to use our shuttle van. It's very simple. You can use the shuttle van service to and from the Senior Center or to and from appointments such as doctors, hairdressers, retail stores, pharmacies. The only thing we ask is that you come into the Senior Center to register so that we can get your contact name and emergency contact name. It's very important. And what it does is cost $10 for a book of coupons. Each coupon is worth $1. So in essence, you're getting a ride to and from for $2 in and around Revere, except for Wednesdays, We do go to the Square One Mall in Saugus and the Walmart in Lynn. We have one shuttle van driver who's using one van on Monday and Friday, and we have two shuttle van drivers that are using the vans, the two vans, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We usually pick up a lot of people between 9 and 10 that come to the senior center, and we start picking up appointments approximately 9:30 or 10 o'clock. The last pickup at your appointment to go home is usually 3:15 to 3:30. And so it's a great service. We average quite a few people that use it just to go to the outside appointments. We usually average about 25 or 30 people that come to the center for lunch as well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, the only other thing I want to say is, we do host on Revere TV the shuttle program. I don't want to call them requirements, but information. You can also go on www.revere.org/Elder Affairs Department. And if you click on that, you will see three things. You'll see a walkthrough video of what the senior center is all about, and that hits you as soon as you go onto our department homepage. And then on the left-hand upper side, you'll see the activities of a particular month. So May will be up there as of May 1st. You'll see the May menu, because we do have a commercial kitchen and cook in-house, and the May menu is there, as well as the shuttle program, and as well as the activities for the month, because we have a lot of activities at the senior center.
Right. By the way, folks, I'd like to spend a few minutes on something that a lot of people don't know about or do, and I happen to get it on the computer, and it's called the Motley Fool, which you mentioned to me. So that has, it says, starts off with put away your wallet. There are 13 things that seniors might be able to get free. So I thought I'd read some of them off to you, and let me see which one I could start with right here. Here. I'll start off with a comment from one of the seniors here. Last week, two of my foolish colleagues and I examined a number of discounts available to senior citizens. Today, I'll go a step further and offer suggestions on what senior citizens can actually get for free. That's right, folks, free. Keep in mind that in many instances, the following deals have a number of exclusions or may in fact be offered as discounts. But it's still possible to get these products or services for free as a senior. And here are the 13 things that you might be able to get for free. Number one, tax counseling. I'm sure a lot of you know where you do your income tax. Number two, which I never heard of, and I don't know if this is possible, hearing aids they even have on here. Have you ever heard of free hearing aids?
No, I haven't.
Okay. But that's on the computer here, folks, and I'll give you the euro later on. And here's another one which I never knew, and I needed them. The dentures, free. College courses. I guess if you're over 90, you're not interested in college anymore. Okay. No.
Well, look at you. Look what you've learned since you've
Yeah,
turned
but
80.
I learned it from
You're not
Google.
90, but almost.
3 years away. That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one here is transportation. I didn't know there was such a thing as free transportation, but that's what they got listed here. Number 6, food. And I'm sure the veterans in Revere, they do give a lot of food free to veterans and seniors. Number 7, beverages. And it does not include whiskey, folks. I just want you to know that. Number 8 is a credit report if you need one. So far, we got 5 more to go. Number 9, a landline or a cell phone service. I didn't know about the cell phone service. Did you ever hear of that?
No.
Okay. Got to look it up on the computer. Number 10, health insurance counseling. Number 11, prescription drugs. A lot of the seniors, I'm sure, use drugs, not prescription drugs, folks. So, according to this, it's free. And adult daycare and tax-free income from investments. And you can get all that, and I'll give you the euro, what it says here. www.fool.com/to-the-left retirement /to-the-left general /to-the-left 2015 and 13 things for seniors. So if you go on the computer, they'll give you all the information on that. Would you like to elaborate on some of those that I mentioned?
I would just say that's great information, but if you're going to pursue checking those out, make sure you go on the website that Morris just provided and read it thoroughly.
Yep.
Because when the word free is placed in front of them, there's always a catch
Well,
or
he
there's
said
always
it-
a requirement.
Right, but it says there are a number of exclusions. It may be, in fact, be offered as a discount, some of them,
Right.
when they say free. But it also, it's according to your income, folks.
Now, you mentioned healthcare consulting free.
Right.
In case you didn't realize it, or anybody out there, we have what we call a Shine counselor at the senior center every Monday. Her
Right.
name is Barry Olevsky. Shine means serving the healthcare needs of everybody, okay?
Yep.
And, and Barry is at the senior center every Monday, and you have to call the senior center to schedule an appointment. And it's very important if you need some advice on turning 65 or about your insurance that you feel may be costing you too much. She can advise you. And because we just had a Medicare presentation at the senior center Wednesday night with a Blue Cross representative, we did get a pretty good attendance, and people now realize that we offer this service. But I want people to also realize that if you have Medicare or supplement and anything else relating to coverage, you can only change during a certain open enrollment
Right.
period, and I believe it's from October 15th to December 7th, and then it becomes effective the following January. And Barry is usually there every Monday from 9:30 to whenever the appointments are done, usually 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And she's very good, and she does this on a volunteer basis, and she's helped a lot of people.
Right. You know what I like to see? We should try to get, maybe we could get, there's another thing which I did not mention, which is called a senior circuit breaker. And if people file their income tax, they know about the senior circuit breaker. But if you do not file any income tax because you're on a very low income, you may not know about the senior circuit breaker. And that means that you're entitled to some money from the state. That's another thing the seniors should check into before they lose out on it.
Right.
So that's what I would like to see. I would also like to see, maybe we could get a CPA to come down to our senior center and talk about things like
Well,
that.
it's interesting you bring that up because there's an individual from Revere who's well known. He is a financial consultant for a large insurance plan and life insurance plan. And he's also a financial planner. And he has asked me if we could set something up in the event that, somebody wants to meet. And I told him that I would get back to him. So, and there are several people that I know other than him that we could have down there. And I know that my colleague in my colleagues both in Winthrop and Saugus try to have somebody down once a year in case people have questions regarding that.
That would be good. And maybe we could get some, for the seniors, first of all, if the senior citizen out there wants to email something to our senior center and get some response back, that you could email. What's the
They can
email?
send it to me if they'd like. I'll give you my email address. It's sfielding, so it would be sfielding@revere.org. And I will respond to you, or I'll have one of the staff respond to you in a timely manner. If you have a question regarding the senior center, or, just to divert, we offer a lot of referrals and services, and we have a lot of different numbers that we could give people if they're looking for some specific information.
Right. Now, I put that over on Facebook, but I would like to say this. A lot of the seniors at the senior center come over to me and they look over my shoulder when I play the music, and they have computers and they ask, how do you download this? How do you do this? Well, I'm not perfect at it, but I'm fair at it. If anyone out there would like to come to our senior center and watch to see how I do it, and you like your favorite songs, I'll either play them for you or show you how to put them on your computer. Feel free to come down. I'm there usually on Wednesday. Is the only day I can do this. It's usually from 10 to 11. So if you have a free morning on a Wednesday from 10 to 11, stop by our senior center. You can buy a cup of coffee and donut for what, 50 cents?
Yeah, 50 cents for a donut, English muffin.
Right, and it's legal, folks. I know it sounds cheap, but it's legal.
It is legal. It is legal. So I think the information you provided here, you should give that website out again. It's www.revere,
Fool.
FOOL.com
slash to the left.
It's actually back, they call it a backslash.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you,
retirement, and then it says retirement.
Retirement with a backslash?
Yeah.
You mean there's two slashes?
Yeah, there's a forward slash and a backslash.
The forward goes to the right, the backslash goes to the left.
That's correct.
Okay. See, I learned something new. No, folks, I learned something new every day on the computer.
No, that's good.
So it's the backslash general, backslash 2015, backslash 05, backslash 03. Put your wallet away, 13 things seniors. But if you go on, the way I found it is I put down on my computer, what is new for senior citizens that are free? And it happened to come up on the Chromebook, and then I went down to the 13, and that's where I got all the information that I relate to you.
Okay,
That's how I
here's
do it.
another way that people can find that.
Go ahead.
Okay, if you don't have a pencil handy and you're watching this show and you
Wait a
want to know what that website is that you're providing, they can call the senior center. We'll give it to them over the phone.
Okay, no, that's a
So
good
that kinda
idea.
helps.
That's an excellent
So,
idea.
because sometimes they're watching the show here and they don't have a pencil or anything. And so if you call the senior center, it's 781-286-8156, and you say to somebody at the office, whether it be me or one of the ladies in the office that answers the phone, hey, I want to know what that website is that Morris talked about on the show, we'll give it to them.
Fantastic. I would also like to thank a couple of people from our senior center who were honored by the Chamber of Commerce last week on a Tuesday. And only the two people that I want to mention from the senior center are Nick Jacoby and Marie Jacoby. You know them better than I do. Tell us a little about Nick and Marie.
I love Marie and Nick, and everybody knows them for the most part in Revere. I call them Revere's sweethearts. I think they just celebrated 58 years married, if I remember right. And they're just wonderful people. A lot of people know them because they're involved in so many different community activities. But I want to point out that at the senior center, there are a lot of senior participants that take that participate in the bowling and the bocce leagues. And since I've been there, both Marie and Nick manage both leagues. So every Thursday, Nick and Marie, you know, they have 48 people up on our second floor, and that's where the bocce court is. And they take the money, they assign the teams, they resolve disputes. I don't know how they do that. And they're very patient in dealing with 48 individuals who are the number of people that play in the league. At Lucky Strike Lanes, they manage the bowling league every Wednesday from 9:30 to, say, 12:30. And they have 8 teams down there, and they manage the whole process down there. And I can't say enough. I just love those people, and they're wonderful people. They're passionate about what they do. They give back to the community. I have never, in the 3 years that I've known them longer, but I haven't worked with them closely prior to that, but they never complain about anything. They always are, you know, happy to do whatever you ask them to do. And the only complaint I have is Nick eats a lot of the food that we bring up to the bocce room.
Who's that?
You know, Nick.
Oh, I never noticed that.
He loves sweets and he loves coffee.
That's great. By the way, I would like to thank another gentleman. I mentioned to the people with the TV about the senior circuit breaker. That information was given to me by Mr. Tom Berube, who came into the senior center, and he gave us, we were talking in generalities, and he brought that up. If any of you out there have good information that can help even the seniors at the senior center, email it to the email, and repeat that one more time.
sfielding@revere.org.
Right, so email it to sfielding@revere.org, because we could use information too that we may not know, and we'll try to help you, and we expect you to help us. Now we have about 3.5 minutes. Take a couple of them.
All right,
anyway.
I want to express praise to you too, because you come down every day. You do a lot at the senior center. You do a lot for veterans and seniors. You will recognize yourself with the Revere Veterans
that was
Award.
my brother.
That was your
Don't
brother,
even
Norris.
mention me on that one.
I have to mention Bob Dunbar.
Definitely Bob Dunbar.
Bob for Revere TV. I mean, his staff too, Bobby and
Bobby
Rick,
Driscoll.
Bobby Driscoll, Rick Promise. They're wonderful people. They give so much to the community, and they're very generous to the seniors. I have to mention them, and I'm very grateful that they're participating in everything we do.
Let's see, we got 3 minutes left. What future things would you like to see come? If you could bring in new things to the senior
Well,
center.
I want to mention the open house again
Oh, go ahead.
as we wrap up because it's
The one on
very-
May 17th?
Yeah, May 17th, 1:30 to 4:30. Come down to the senior center. Meet seniors, meet the staff, meet the council on elder affairs. Meet the instructors for all the different courses, the health and exercise courses. Meet the people that really find the senior center a special place and a needed place.
Right. I have a copy here of what I was talking about, the 13th. I don't know if the TV studio can blow it out, but if I show it like this, is there a chance you could, back in the control room, that there's a chance that you can make this big? Bobby, is there a chance that you can blow that up? You can? So we may be able to put that on the scrolls.
We could do that.
Yep. Folks, in case you didn't get the information on there, I will give this to the TV studio, and they will put it on the scrolls for you. So, Steve, it's nice for you to come down. We still got 2 minutes left, so I'm going to give you 1 more minute, and just leave me one thing to...
Okay, I'm going to plug 2 classes that have changed their
Go ahead.
times, okay? Yoga and meditation with Natalia Cepeda, Tuesday and Thursdays from 9:30 to 10:30. It's very, very popular and a very good course. The other is the Core and Balance with Sharon Filio. That's on Monday from 12:45 to 1:45, and on Friday from 10 to 11. Core, balance, flexibility, fall prevention, so necessary. Sharon will teach you everything you need to do in case you fall and what to do to recover from that fall. So it's a great class.
Right. So I want to thank you folks for tuning in today. My host, who is the host of the show, Steve Fielding, I was co-host today, so thank you for letting me be your co-host. Next time we'll reverse it or vice versa. And we usually film the May show in the latter part of April, so in the June show we will be filming in May. So I want to thank all you people out there for listening. God bless you all and have a happy, healthy Mother's Day coming up in May. That is something we forgot to mention. To all the
Right.
mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
And happy Older Americans Month.
Right, thank you. God bless our people in Revere, our citizens, but most of all our troops and our great country, the United States of America. And make sure you keep the Pledge of Allegiance in school without the bull about talking whether we should have it or shouldn't have it. The country was founded on it, keep it in it. And thank you.